Isasama mo yan. Hey folks, welcome to the couch. Kahit wala kaming couch ngayon.
Ano pa?
Puro kami cope.
Puro cope.
Wala tayong couch.
Ouch. Cope.
We're missing one of our regulars today. Wala po si Henry Cavill. Ano yung...
Ano ba yan? Para mas...
Ano ba?
Oo, parang kita niya.
Bloopers. Wala po si Henry Cavill mixed with Taylor Lautner. He is indisposed today. Bagay na bagay pa naman sa kanya tong topic ngayon, no? About sa mga relationships. Siya po yung resident relationship expert namin dito.
Siya talaga yung ano.
A lot of experience.
Ice devouring.
Oozing with sex appeal. Just yeah. Pero ayun, Chester's not with us today. His parents are they have date night, so sa bahay po siya. Ayun.
Naka-barn door protocol si
And we're not going to be able to siguro record episodes for a while because I'll be visiting my brother in Dubai. We're leaving Monday. So when some of these episodes are going to be out, I'll be there enjoying myself, but at the same time still working, no? So ayun. We thought we should give you the third part of our series on abusive relationships, no? Ang pagkaka-title pa naman namin is The Devil Doesn't Bargain, no? We don't want to paint abusive people in such a negative light because I understand fully na most of the time, you know, we are made by our experiences. Pero we just need to probably emphasize that the abuser part of a person is always damaging and just it just causes a lot of problems overall. So ayan, we don't want to paint anyone a certain way, but I think it's just for general awareness, no? So I think na-explore natin a few episodes back yung mechanisms, yung mga tips and tricks ng mga abusive personalities natin, the abusive parts of us. And I think we discussed how damaging that can be for the people na usually nagiging target nun. And I hope that resonated with you. Pero yeah, we can discuss a lot more on that. Pero kung ihihimay-himayin mo kasi yun, napakahabang episode po na, no? We just wanted to give you the most useful sort of information that we can probably give you. Just a glimpse of what it's like to be in the shoes of someone who's experiencing abuse. So, ayun. Meron ka bang comment dun sa last episode? May naalala ka pa?
Oo naman. Siyempre, ako nag-edit eh. So, tsaka minsan binapload ko talaga yun. Yun, ano? Ito, paano... Ito yung kagaya ng last video. Ngayong nalaman mo na kung na-abuser pala tong kaibigan or yung jowa mo or asawa mo. Anong decision mo? Yung tutulungan mo ba sila? Or yung you let them go? Kasi alam mo, sa sarili mo na palagi ko nagawa ko na yung part ko.
Yeah. Actually, itong third part na to, itong how to at least how do you get out of that situation sort of part, how do you help someone get out of that situation, how do you help someone in this type of crisis. Ito yung part, to be honest with you, that is the most difficult part of helping someone. And I'm saying that as a person who routinely helps people through etong mga ganitong klaseng concerns. Let me tell you from experience that it is never as simple as what you're thinking. It's always complicated. It's always complex. Ang daming pagka buhol-buhol na kung ano-anong emotions dyan. Kasi the number one thing na nakakalimutan natin when it comes to abusive relationships, and this is probably not known by a lot of you, is that even abusive relationships are not all bad. Okay? There are good, very good experiences that people can experience even being in an abusive relationship.
Okay na.
Yes, that's true. And that is one of the reasons, which we will probably explore later, why it's so hard to make the decision of ending or at least leaving an abusive relationship.
Wow.
Ang daming intricacies, ang daming buhol-buhol na kung ano-ano. So, kung meron kang mga kaibigan, mga kakilala, mga kapamilya na alam mong, kasi ikaw, you don't need to have, years of training or have a fancy degree to know when someone's partner is abusive. It's common knowledge kung ano yung mga telltale signs. Yung mga diniscuss namin, more of the probably yung mga hindi masyadong known. Pero meron mga obvious na, abusive behaviors that you can probably see. Especially, physically harming someone, no? Yung pag nag-harm na yung partner, kapag uber, controlling, yan, yung mga usually nakikita, uber controlling, invalidating, and, serial, syempre, yung laging nag-cheat, no? Napaka, pa ng mga topic niyan, cheating ngayon, no?
Cheating,
sakto sa, heart month, no? So, ayun. Sumakto pala, yun, itong episode na to, this is being recorded Valentine's, well, not day, but it's the month of hearts. So, ayun na. More of the negative, dark side ng relationships. Ayan. So, ayun. It's never as simple as you think. Napakaraming mga bagay-bagay na dapat maintindihan. So, yung mga usual advice ninyo na, just leave them, or find someone else, or you're better off with someone, you deserve better, yung mga ganyan-ganyan. Minsan naiinis ka pa, no, yung nafa-frustrate ka, yung kaibigan mo, wala, hindi ka pinapakinggan, no, marupok, walang sasabihin, ganito, ganyan yung gagawin ko from now on, hindi ko na siya chat, I'm saying, I'm really ending the relationship, and then after a while, ewan ko kung naawa or may mga napag-isip-isip, babalik na naman dun sa dating dynamic. And I get how invalidating that can be for a friend na tumutulong. Ang hirap niyan, yung advice mo, yung kaibigan mo, yung binigay niya kasi sa'yo, yung emotions niya, binigay niya yung frustrations niya about do sa partner niya. Ikaw, syempre, you care about your friend, so meron ka mga emotions.
Maglalabas ka rin ng emotion.
Iinit ulo mo do sa tao. And then, a few weeks later, makikita mo, di ba, paglalabas kayo, kasama niya. Di ba, ang hirap mag-function sa ganong dynamic. Kasi ikaw, what do you do there? Do you say anything? Do you leave? Do you say, I don't know. Diba? Ang hirap i-navigate ng ganong klaseng situation. So, I get that it's frustrating for you, the supporters. Pero, I guess what I'm really saying is the simple advice that we think are working are not working. Yung palagay natin na madali, hindi siya madali. Mahirap na mahirap siya. It's very, very hard to get out of an abusive relationship because attachments, emotions, relationships are complicated. They are very complex. So, hindi sila simple. No? Ayan. So, marami akong kilala. Hindi lang mga clients, mga kaibigan na usually tawag is marupok, no? Talagang may attachment, hindi nila maiwasang bumalik ulit-ulit sa relationships. I know of therapists, di ba? Actual mental health professionals that also struggle with relationships. Again, di ko ini-stigmatize na dapat kami alam namin ang ginagawa sa mga situations. I'm saying that even a person that's very self-aware at alam na alam niya dapat ang gagawin niya sa relationships, nahihirapan din silang mag-navigate. Na? So, ayun. So, well, ito yung itatakal namin pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, mahirap ang mapunta sa ganitong situation. Not just for the one being abused but also for the one who's offering support. Lalo na kapag pinuntahan ka nung kaibigan mo at gusto niya ng advice, no? Gusto niya ng magpatulong, gusto niyang may willingness na siya para i-work on, di ba? Yung gusto na niyang umalis dun sa where their relationship is pero parang ayun, hindi niya kaya. So this is kind of it's kind of for you. Ito, yung ano na to, pero again, complex siya. Alright. Ang hirap yan, no? At ito din, actually, ang pinaka-focus nito is also for you guys who feel like you're in an abusive relationship. And you wanna get out of that kind of dynamic and you're looking for advice. So, ayun. No? We'll take it from different fronts. Pwede ka na ba sa magiging contribution mo dito?
Kung naghahanap kayo, ito na yung sign. Lagi nila. Yung sa Reels, di ba meron ganun? Kung naghahanap kayo ng sagot,
ito na yun.
Ito na yung sign.
Oh, yun. How are we going to... Let's start with probably...
mga na-abuse, no? Siyempre.
Well, yeah. Let's start with you. So, we empathize with what you're going through. What you're going through is really hard. I'm sorry that it's happening. I'm sorry that you will end up being in this situation. Number one, not your fault. Okay? Don't stigmatize yourself. Don't put all the blame on you. Yeah, no one's perfect. Yes, you've probably made some mistakes of your own, but again, no one wants to be abused. Diba? You get into this relationship wanting it to work. Gusto mong maging masaya. Gusto mong ma-provide yung happiness sa partner mo. But sometimes it doesn't work out like that. And it just becomes so complex to handle. So, here are a few things. As usual, mayroon tayong cheat sheet dito na para makita natin. So, buti ka pa nakikita mo yung talagang yung cheat sheet mo, advance. So, ayan. First step, according to this cheat sheet, it's important to accept the reality of the situation. My God, dito pa lang.
Dito pa lang, mahirap naman talaga mag-accept. Mahirap tanggapin yung mga bagay-bagay.
When has it ever been easy to accept a difficult situation? Diba? Ang hirap patanggap. Madaling tanggapin yung mga positive na bagay. Di ba?
Siyempre. Walang pain dun eh.
Yes. Pera, madaling tanggapin. Ito, extra budget, di ba? Ayan, Labos Farm Access, di ba? Good. Alam mo ba, bago kinontemplate ko ang, di ba hindi mo binigli yung heirloom ni Rhino?
Oo.
Bibili ko sana sa yun, pwede palang i-gift yun eh.
Wala na, binili ko na.
Binili mo na? Ayun pala eh. gigip ko sana, naisip ko. Madaling tanggapin yung mga regalo. Kaya.
Regalo, basta mga blessings, diba? Madaling tanggapin yan.
Well, ang mahirap tanggapin is that you're in a situation that's, not ideal. You're in a situation that you're supposed to get out of, pero may part sa'yo na ayaw umalis dun sa situation na yun. Accepting the reality of the situation means that you accept that you're having a hard time because you're supposed to. Mahirap gumawa ng decision because it's a difficult situation. Shaming yourself for your lack of decisiveness or shaming yourself for not being quick to make decisions or accept the reality is not going to help. Diba? It's not going to help improve your situation. That's not going to make you feel better about yourself. So, even though we usually, kasi mga taong usually napupunta sa abusive relationships, lagi silang, me, it's my fault. I probably deserve this. Diba?
So, mas mabilis Sa bilis tanggapin
May default silang, ako siguro yung may mali, ako yung may kasalanan, ako dapat ang mag-adjust. So, nakakapagtiis sila ng napakaraming bagay-bagay. Nakakapagtiis sila ng mga napaka-intense na pains na yung normal na tao hindi kayang tiisin. Usually, gano'n. Pero hindi ko sinasabing lahat ng nasa abusive relationship may attachment issue. Meron din namang mga, tinry mo lang naman, no? You don't really have an attachment issue, but you just found your life intertwined with a person that you didn't know was abusive in the first, nung nagsa-start yun, and then later on na-discover mo lang.
Ito pala, it's a prank.
It's a prank. So, ayun. Accepting the reality of the situation means you're in a tough, difficult, emotional space, and willpower or yung sarili mong capacity probably is just beyond kung ano yung kailangan ng situation. And during that time, it is completely okay and very much recommended that you seek support. It doesn't have to be people like us that give mental health services. It could be trusted friends. It could be your safe people, whether that's family, whoever, acquaintances, superiors, even teachers. Sabihin na natin, merong mga church leaders na nakakapag-offer din ng counsel. No? Pero you have to be careful who you go to for support din, no? So,
ang hirap kasi dyan yung, kunwari, di ba, naghahanap ka ng support. Kaso, di ba, lito ka Hindi mo alam kung saan ka magsisimula, kung anong mga dapat mong gawin. Yung pupuntahan mo, ligaw din. Yung alam mo yun, yung minsan nagmamarunong ba yung
patay.
Ganyan dapat yan, ganyan gawin mo yan.
Yun.
Yung alam mo na.
Yun naman ang problema. Nire-recommend, I'm only recommending that you go to support because, yun naman, you need support at that moment. You need comfort. But you have to go to the type of support that's really healthy.
Tsaka yung nakakaintindi talaga na...
Yan yung pinaka-requirement because when you go to someone for support, kailangan siguro i-evaluate mo din yung support na binibigay nila. Kasi hindi lahat ng support is positive support. Minsan, support nila judgmental. Diba? Minsan, sasabihin mo sa kanya yung mga conflict mo, tapos kinabukasan, alam na ng kapitbahay nila yung nangyayari sa'yo. O kamag-anak, di ba? Yung worst, yung kamag-anak, yung mga pinsan mo, yung mga alam na kung anong nangyayari sa'yo personally. No? Nag-confide ka na nga sa sa'yo. Wala silang sense of boundary. Yun yung mga hindi okay na support. Di ba?
Tapos magagalit pa na, bakit? Pamilya tayo dito Dapat alam namin yan.
That's bullshit. Mali yun. Hindi dapat breach ng ang privacy, kahit sa family, dapat may privacy. Hindi dapat lahat sinasabi kahit kani-kanino. Diba? Inside the family, siguro I would understand that sentiment. Pero yung parang pati mga pinsan, mga tita, tito, sinasama pa sa ano. Diba? Why should they know? Diba? What's the point? Hindi naman din sila tutulong. Mag-judge lang naman sila and everything. No? So, ayun. So, seek support. Accepting the reality of the situation means that it's hard for you. It's supposed to be hard. You're not in the right right mental space to make sound decisions. So you seek healthy, good support. Pero yung support na yun, dapat tinitignan mo pa rin kung yun ba yung deserve mo na type ng support na matanggap. Kasi yung iba hindi mo talaga, you don't deserve kind of support. The other thing is, in terms of accepting the reality of the situation. Accepting the reality of the situation does not mean that you see your abuser as an evil person. See your abuser as, kampon ng, tinawag naming devil, no? Hindi siya ganun kasimple, di ba? Hindi madaling bigla-bigla na lang snap of your fingers magsiswitch yung tingin mo dun sa taong nang-abuse sa'yo, especially in relationships. Diba? Iba nga yung you're used to seeing this person a very different way. So even if they're abusing you, you're, accepting the reality of the situation does not mean that you will completely, have no affection for this person anymore or not care about them anymore. It's not that simple. Nandyan pa rin yung feelings na yan. Kahit na gagawin mo yung tamang bagay, minsan, merong part pa rin sa'yo na iiwan na, may mga emotions pa rin eh. Diba? Pero hindi ibig sabihin na nandun pa rin yung love na nafe-feel mo rin sa tao na yun. Hindi ibig sabihin na mali yung ginagawa mo na magdesisyon na umalis doon sa ganong klaseng dynamic. At hindi ibig sabihin na mahal mo yung tao at it feels good to come back. Hindi ibig sabihin na tama yung decision mo na yun. Hindi lahat ng masarap o hindi lahat ng, 'di ba, masaya tama. Especially sa relationships. Diyos ko. Nakakaloko yung pakiramdam na masaya na yan. Yung momentary na yan. Minsan, ito may ano ko sa mga clients ko. Hindi sila masaya. Iba ang hindi saya ang nararanasan nila. Alam mo nararanasan nila? Relief.
Okay.
Diba? Relief. Kasi ang pag-detach, masakit.
Masakit talaga.
Pag bumalik, kala nila masaya sila pero hindi. Parang naiibsan lang yung pain.
May dinikit ulit sila sa katawan nila. Siyempre ikaw, tanggalin mo yung kamay mo.
Yes.
Siyempre, parang may kulang eh. Dati nagpa-function to, ngayon wala, di ba?
Yes.
Ngayon, pagbalik mo, okay na ako. Binalik ko.
They are functional in the dysfunction. Functional sila doon sa dysfunctional dynamic. Kaya
doon sila nasana eh.
Yes. Kaya pilit nilang di ba, maghiwalay, hahanapin nila yon. Sabihin nila, I love this person. I'm happy when I'm with this person. But sometimes it's not happiness that they feel. It's the absence of pain. It's the relief of not facing the fear that I can be alone. No one's going to love me anymore. Diba? If I miss out on this relationship, especially sa mga, with women, ito yung nakikita ko. If I miss out on this relationship, I am not going to have kids anymore. Diba? It's going to be hard for me to form a family. It's going to be hard for me to get married. And there's that, cultural na yan. It goes back talaga na, diba, nafe-feed ka, may kasama ng pressure and everything. So, just because it feels good doesn't mean it's right. And just because it's painful doesn't mean it's wrong. Napaka-importanting lesson po niyan, ladies and gentlemen. Pakatandaan. itatak mo, ipatato mo. Just because something feels good doesn't mean it's healthy. You know, dami examples dyan. Drugs, casual sex, ano ba? Smoking,
Oo.
alcohol. Just because something is painful doesn't mean it's bad. Diba? Daming, you know, a lot of examples.
Oh,
Exercise.
Oh my
Sabay pa
God.
mo tayo.
Diyos ko. Akala nila natutuwa akong tumakbo. Kasi yung mga kaibigan na doon ako, yung sipag mo tumakbo, ano yung talagang pleasure sa iyo. Hindi pleasure sa akin ang pagtakbo. Ang hirap kayang humingal ng 1 hour, 2 hours ka naghahabol ng hinga mo. Pero maganda siya sa katawan. Talagang mayroon siyang good benefits after longevity mainly. Yun.
Well, totoo naman, kasama yung, actually, mga healthy experiences, kung makikita mo, kunyari, exercise. There's pain, yes. But it's sort of mixed in with pleasure as well.
Meron naman.
Yung pag-o-oscillate ng experience between pleasure and pain na yun. Yun yung parang, minsan, yun yung hinahanap-hanap mo just to go off tangent a little bit. Diba? Yung exhilaration. And I think, the same way that relationships are kind of like that. They are an experience that oscillate quickly between extreme pain and extreme pleasure. Diba yung, you know, sometimes, gestures, flowers, chocolates, dates, diba yung super attentive, very intimate, and then the next day, walang paramdam, hindi ka kakausapin, masungit. Diba? Yung pag ganun-ganon, yung walang consistency. May mga ibang babae na not that they're conscious of this, but they like that kind of dynamic. They like that they sort of in the beginning seek that kind of parang inconsistency. Gusto nila yung they call it thrill. I call it it's just a dysfunction that you internalize as something good. Dysfunctional yung ganung dynamic. I get it. No one's always positive and always happy. Pero hindi ganun eh. 'Di ba yung kasi yung pamangkin ko nga ito si Angelico, sabi niya, gusto niya daw tipo niya daw sa mga lalaki, yung masungit.
Nako.
Diba? Kako, ganun. Bakit? Ba't masungit? Tapos yung iba naman, yung pag mabait, pag attentive, friend zone, hindi naman, diba? Hindi naman binibigyan ng chance. Tapos, doon sila, yung iba, hindi ko nilala, doon sila magko-complain na, there are no more nice guys in the world. Wala nang, di ba, wala nang mabait, wala nang attentive. Paano? Nilagay mo lahat sa friend zone.
Tinabi mo sa
gusto mo yung bad boy. Gusto mo yung ganito yung disposition. Di ba? Nasanay lang sila doon sa, anyway, it's always, a sort of upbringing issue.
Diba? Nangyari. Nakita mo na yun sa mga magulang mo. Okay, sa relative mo na malaki ang influence sa'yo. Di ba? Usually, ganun yun eh.
Exactly. So, ayan, ang daming intricacies niyan. At your upbringing will affect how you navigate relationships. Your even media can influence you to idealize a certain dynamic. Idealize abuse of a partner. Diba?
May mga idol sila na na parang dahil malaki influence nun, feeling nila tama yung sinasabi lagi all the time na, di ba? Maraming ganyan eh. Kahit ako, muntik na ako mahatak dyan eh, yung mga ganyan-ganyan. Tapos nare-realize mo kung titignan mo talaga silang maigi. Teka lang, parang na to hindi na, content creator ko, yung parang, influencer, parang gano'n. So, hindi naman lahat ng sinasabi nila, tama din. Ganun.
Yan, just because you have more influence means Well, it's always
Mas lalo mong
associate something good eh. So, pag sinabi ng sikat, sinabi ng ganito. Diba?
may impact sa'yo, di ba?
Meron nga ang sikat na ano dyan eh, yung TV personality, yung lagi pa siya nag-i-interview sa mga celebrities, mga ganito, ini-interview niya. Puro, makikita mo, puro God yung ano niya, puro, di ba, yung magsabi ng ano eh, pero kilala natin to.
Oo,
diba?
kailan ako yan.
Walang ito yung malungkot kasi ito yung nakikita ng mga tao, ito yung pinapakinggan nila. Sino ba naman nga yung makikinig sa atin? Di ba? Sino ba naman ang makikinig sa atin dalawang, hindi kasing dami nung kanila, no? Yung talagang ano sila eh. Pero yun, wala. Pag talaga, if you're misguided, if you receive the wrong type of advice, it would, would cause a lot more harm. So, going back to that, reality of your situation, it is complex. You seek proper support, hopefully do sa mga tamang sources. Hindi automatically kamag-anak, good support na yan. Automatically church people or good support na yan.
Feeling ko, ako lang singit ko lang, malalaman mo na nasa good support ka pagka mas iintindihin yung nararamdaman mo kaysa do sa sinabi mo. Kunwari, sinabi ko na itong kaibigan ko si Manuel, ang abusive niya sa akin bilang kaibigan, lagi niya akong sinasamantala, lagi niya akong pinag-ano. Siyempre gagalit siya doon, no? Pero yung, alam mo yung tunay na support is iintindihin niya yung nararamdaman mo. Hindi niya intindihin yung ginawa mo sa akin. Yun yung feeling ko isa sa mga good support eh. Yung, sige, nasabi mo na masama loob mo kay ganito. I-work on natin yung yun yung feeling kong maganda support kaysa doon sa, ay ganon. Kaya banata natin yan, yung gano'n, yung di ba yung mga ganong klase ng
Init. Init agad.
Oo, init agad. Yung solusyon agad doon sa kung sino nire-report, doon kaagad sila may action. Sige, ano yan? Ano mo na yan, yung disconnect mo yan, yung mga ganyan. Yun. Feeling ko dapat ang malalaman mong good support nga is ikaw ang iniintindi, hindi yung kung sino ang nireport mo.
Agad nire-rest ba ka? Kala mo makakasolve ng
yan.
Kagagaling lang na kalala akong ganyan yung agad sumasugod eh. Yung iba nga pinapakulong na agad eh. Yung todo kulong na eh. Yung nag-away lang todo. Pero yun, buti sinabi mo yung anong pakiramdam ng good support kasi talagang yan, isang sign yan. Dapat ang ina-acknowledge nila yung emotions mo, yung experience mo.
Yung emotion mo naman talaga.
Kailangan kalmado. Hinahayaan kang makinig. Minsan, pupunta ka sa suporta, walang marami pang sinabi kaysa sa'yo. Yung marami pang nakwento kung ano-ano pang pinagsatabi kaysa marami pa sinabi kaysa sa'yo.
Oo.
Diba? Dapat ang support nakikinig. Dapat hinahayaan ka mag-express ng emotion. Hindi mo na-feel na nadja-judge ka. Diba? Yan, importante yan. Isa pa, dapat kapag sinusuporta ka, hindi yung sinusuksok nila sa'yo yung agenda nila. No? Mahirap yan eh. Sinusuksok yung agenda sa'yo. Kaya pumunta ka sa, may nararamdaman ka na you're in an abusive relationship. You go to, some church people and all they tell you is, you pray or go to church or, read the Bible more. That's bad advice. Diba? Hindi gagana yun. Like, I get it. Faith can be powerful and healing in many ways, but not in, diba? Hindi lahat sa lahat ng situation, yun ang nagiging solution. Even Christ is action-oriented. Even Jesus was, let's not just pray all the time. Let's do work and really help people. Actually, siya yung iba magaling mag-empathize si Christ eh. Pero ayun, makikita mo siya paano siya magsalita. So you have to find someone that would really feel your emotions or empathize with you and sit with you. Kahit hindi niya ma-explain anong nararamdaman mo. Kahit nga yung nakinig na lang yung
isa pa yun.
'Di ba yung hindi ko alam kung anong sasabihin ko sa'yo, pero 'di ba kahit ano man ang kailangan mo, ano man ang tulong na need mo ngayon, nandito lang ako. Mas okay pa yun kaysa doon sa Oh, kasi kulang ka sa dasal, kulang ka sa ganito, di ba? Kulang ka.
Sinabi na namin sa'yo, hindi ka pa nakinig.
Sinabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, ganyan yung lalaki na yan. Sinabi ko kasi, ganyan. Ikaw kasi, puro ka computer, ganyan. So, di ba, puro ganito. Oh, kaka-cellphone mo kasi, kanila, no? Yung yan ang pangit na support, yan ang hindi nakakatulong. Di ba? That's bad advice. So, validation, they empathize with you, hindi nila sinusuksok sa yung agenda nila. At ang, ano pa ba? They, well, na-explore na natin yung agenda, empathy, they empathize. Ayun, sometimes they just sit with you. Diba? They don't try and change your feelings. Hindi nila agad sinosolve yung yung parang yan yung nararamdaman mo and then babaguhin nila or papalitan nila or agad nilang itatama, diba? Ang tunay na support, nakikinig muna. Tsaka dapat ang unang-unang sinasabi niyan, yung parang yung mararamdaman mo na, hindi ako yung alam ko iba yung situation mo, wala ako sa sitwasyon mo, hindi ko alam kung gaano kahirap ang nararanasan mo. Pero kung, di ba, tatanungin mo ako, eto gagawin ko. Di ba? Pero no pressure, kung ayaw mong sundin yun, okay lang. Ito lang yung sa akin. Yun yung tamang pag-advise pa na anuhin mo pa Di ba? So, importante, dito sa phase na accepting your reality is admitting that there's a problem and you will reach out to support. Pero, kung ano man yung dala-dala mong feelings when you're in this phase, don't try and erase them or invalidate them. Kasama talaga yan. Kasama yung talagang, it's kind of a mixed bag. Talaga, very complicated mixed bag. So, that's there.